Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com, and in this video we are going to talk about priorities. Most specifically, we're going to talk about your number one priority as an entrepreneur, but then we're going to talk about how these sub-priorities kind of hold that up, if you will, or how they build upon each other to get you to that number one priority. So let's start at the top. What's the number one priority? It's to make money. In business, the goal of business is to make money. Period. End of sentence. And this is where the kind of dot-com craze and the unicorns in our world are actually messing with a lot of people's mindset, because they think they can go forth with an idea and get VC money or angel money or investor money based on their idea, and then they can go burn that money away, which is called burn rate, which is spending it on all kinds of things. Generally speaking, it's focused on increasing the number of daily active or monthly active users on whatever the hell it is they're building. The gigantic flaw in this is that they're not making any money, and any business that doesn't make money for long enough is going to collapse and implode upon its own weight. And lucky for you and I as internet entrepreneurs who aren't caught up in that fake mindset, we get that we have to go out and make money. We have to get customers excited about handing over money in exchange for services and products, etc. And then we have an actual business. So you might be thinking, Miles, okay, I get that, make money, right? But you've talked so much about value. Like all you've set up in this channel till now is about value. You got to bring value. And that's 100% true. And these two things do work together, right? We build systems out on the web, funnels, marketing funnels, advertising systems, series of blog posts, content marketing, and autoresponders that all work together to help give value to the customers and offer products at key times in key ways that solve key problems for those individuals, and that is kind of an automated business system. I'm gonna tell you a really quick story. When I was in college, I decided I wanted to get into real estate investing, and I started learning everything I could about real estate investing. I was on YouTube, I was online, Google, just really pounding it, kind of really figuring out how does this kind of like real estate investing game work, right? And I understood that you could buy pre-foreclosure properties and then essentially sell them to other investors or flip them yourself in order to make a profit. And then it clicked with me, okay, cool. So if I buy it low enough, my team, I can find investors, right? I could build a team of people to do the fix up. But if I got a good enough deal on it, I wouldn't even have to deal with the fix up. I could sell it to somebody who would fix it up and there'd be enough meat on the bone. I proceeded forward, full speed ahead, as which I do with about everything I get into. And surprise, surprise, I flipped a few houses successfully within my first year. I was going to these local meetings and one girl came up to me and was like, Miles, I don't get it. How have you been able to walk in here completely green less than a year ago and you're already doing deals? I don't understand. I've been attending these real estate investing meetups in our little neighborhood for years and years and years, and I still haven't done a first deal. And I asked her, I said, Cindy, per se, right? I was like, Cindy, how many offers have you written? She's like, well, none. It's like, well, you can't buy a house until you write an offer. You can't sell a house that you don't have a contract on, and you can't get the contract till you write the offer. Like nothing happens until you start writing offers on houses. And she had this aha moment, like, oh, okay, like I need to go out and actually write offers to buy houses in order to take legal control over said properties in order to be able to do something with them. You can assign it away to another investor, you could sell the contract to an investor, you could fix it up and flip it yourself, you could turn it into a rental. It doesn't matter. It all came back and was contingent on that act of writing the offer, right? Does that make sense? I'm not trying to teach you about real estate investing right now. I'm trying to teach you about business and cash flow. And in that business model, the one get money move that I had was to write offers. And my offers had to be written in a way that there was meat on the bone, if you will, right? There was money in it for my investor team and the investors I was selling it to. The offers had to be written in a way that was good for the sellers, good enough to where they were excited about it. Then if I was writing enough offers, if I wrote 3, 4, 5 offers a week, every month or so we were buying a house and we were making a good deal happen and we were flipping a house, making cash. So what were all those activities that I had to do to write the offer? Aha, this is where we're getting into those sub kind of like support productivity things that were actually required in order to do that one main thing that makes the money, right? So there was researching, there was finding, there was having conversations with potential sellers, going down to the courthouse and finding the list pendants and the foreclosure filings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm gonna get off of that example now because I think it's clear enough, and I wanna bring this into the internet marketing world. And I don't care if you're doing a marketing arbitrage business or if you're doing affiliate marketing or you're growing a membership, there's always going to be one or two main inflection points or main kind of like the little hinges that swing the big doors in your business, right? There's those main things that you do that have the opportunity to make money. And then there's a bunch of little things that stack up to build up to that one big thing. So let's say for the marketing arbitrage kind of business model, the thing you need to be doing is to physically offer your services in exchange for money to local business owners. And that could be as easy as I will build you a new website and get you going on WordPress for $25 an hour. I will bill you every 10 hours I complete. I expect it'll take 30 hours to complete. If you're literally putting them in a position to where they have the option to say, yes, I'm in, or no, thank you, but thank you, great. That's what you have to do, right? And you want to build systems and teammates to do everything else involved in that business to give you the most freedom of time to do that one activity over and over and over. It might take 9 people saying no until you get to that yes. You might have a 10% conversion when you first start, person to person. A really good salesperson is going to have like a 50 to 75% conversion rate because they understand how to communicate with people. And if you're starting at the 10% conversion rate, great. Go talk to more people. That's it. Go meet more business owners. Where are they? They're everywhere in your community. They're in the woodwork. They're in their businesses. They're operating. They're going to the Chamber of Commerce mixers. They're going to the meetup groups. Go meet them where they are. And now here's where we go back to the being of service and giving value. Don't just walk in and kick open their door and be like, yo, I'm Miles. I'm the best there's ever been. Let me work on your stuff for you. That's never going to work. They're going to be like, who's this asshole, right? You need to go give of yourself. Go give some time. Go do a free analysis on their website. If they seem remotely interested in learning more about internet marketing, or if they're willing to tell you in a conversation at their shop that they're really not doing anything with internet marketing, like their website, it doesn't bring in leads. They haven't even looked at it for 6 years. You can then say, okay, great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go home and do a free audit, and I'm going to look at your website. I'm going to look at where you stand in the search engine rankings. I'm going to look at your online business profile, and what I'll do is I'll put together a little report. I'm going to do it completely for free because I'm trying to get experience right now, and then I'll come back in a couple of days. We'll sit down for 15 minutes and go over everything I found, right? And then you go sit down with them and you show them all of the opportunity that you have found for them to grow their business through internet marketing. You want to take this one step further? Tell them exactly what they need to do in order to succeed and do this themselves. If they have a manager or if they have retail staff, if they've got people who work in the front of the shop who are standing around for 3 and 4 hours a day, help them understand that those people could be writing the blog posts for their content marketing, and all you need to do is get them on WordPress and show them the basics of WordPress, and their team can handle it from there. If you really give of yourself and you share everything you know about it and you enlighten them to exactly the steps they need to take, the odds are, here's the kicker, they're going to be like, wow, that sounds great. I'm totally overwhelmed right now. Can you just do that for me? And your answer to that question is yes, absolutely. And you pick a number out of thin air, literally, like $25 an hour, $30, $40, $62 an hour, whatever it is for you, it really actually doesn't matter. Obviously, you want to get some gigs. I think if you're coming in at the $25, $30 an hour range for WordPress work out of the box, you're going to be making a pretty damn good wage compared to the other kinds of jobs that are available in our marketplace right now. And a business owner is going to be getting one screaming deal because WordPress developers can easily be $75 to $150 per hour. They get a 50% off deal. You're making twice as much as you could be making waiting tables or whatever local jobs there really are for you. And it's a great middle ground for you both to walk away win-win situation, right? So then the trick again, and I'm not going to go into it because I went into it deep in 3 different videos that I'll link to from the description, but then you go have your teammates get everything going or work through the freaking night. I don't care. Do it all yourself if you have to. There's plenty of time in a night to do the work that you're selling during the day, right? Business owners are in their businesses and they're having lunch meetings every single day of the week. Go spend those hours where they're at, be where they are, and hold the conversations and give of yourself and give as much value as you can to them. And then in the night, go burn the midnight oil, stay up till 2 o'clock, set your alarm for 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't care if you're getting 2 or 3 hours of sleep. How bad do you need it, right? And you're doing the work in the evenings, you're selling the work in the daytimes. You do it a couple of times over, the cash flow starts to come in, build your team, get your team doing the most monotonous work, and you go from there. Cool, let's flip the script and jump over to an internet marketing-based business, because in the last couple of videos, I've gone really deep on marketing arbitrage, and I'm still an affiliate marketer and an information product marketer and a membership site owner in my current standpoint. So how does that work, right? Well, we build structures and funnels. You've heard me talk a lot about funnels, and I'll link in the description to the playlist that has all of the different kinds of funnels. And now your funnel is set up in such a way that it's going to help a person who's interested, right? Depending on their awareness, they're either interested in a solution or they're interested in the problem, and your content attracts them, whether it's through Google organic SEO or whether it's through a paid ad on Facebook or Google AdWords. Your content attracts them, they click, they then go into an education process. The best funnels in the world and the funnels that work the best are going to educate people. And if someone is at a problem awareness level, right, from the 5 stages of awareness that we've covered in another video, I'll link to it for you. If they're in the problem awareness, you need to help them become aware of the solutions they have for them. And then at the end of one of these kinds of pieces of content that says, here's the problem, here's all the different kinds of solutions, you can offer your membership site and say, you know what, I actually help people with this kind of a problem. And if you're interested in getting access to the membership, to my private Facebook group, to all the courses I've built, you can start a $1 trial right now. Just click here and you'll get 7 days for $1. It's normally $27 per month. And that kind of a funnel is going to convert on a regular basis. So we build this all up, right? And you can get them to opt in before, or you can go straight for that $1 trial. It doesn't really actually matter. Testing will tell you what's going to work. But when you have this kind of a funnel that it educates your customer and moves them along the awareness scale to where they're closer and ready to purchase, then that's automated. Now what's the trick? Getting your messages in front of people who have said problem. And this is where we go into the Facebook ads. You use Facebook advertising and the audience insights tool to find the right audiences, because Facebook's the best place in the world. We get most data for our users we can target through advertising on Facebook. You target them with the right kind of advertisements, you bring them into your funnel, and you measure a few key performance indicators. Your click-through rate on your ads should be getting 3%. Your opt-in rate on your squeeze page should be getting 25+%. Your sales letter should be getting 1% conversion or better. You lay this all out, you run traffic through it, you measure everything, and then compare it with my numbers. One of those numbers is going to be way, way, way out of whack. And it might be your ad. Your ad might be getting a 0.5% click-through rate. Great, that's your biggest problem. Focus there, optimize that. Your ads might be crushing it. Your opt-in page might suck, right? Your offer might be wrong for your opt-in page. You might be offering them business tools, and they're like, I don't want business tools, I want more business, I want more customers. So you might have to tweak the wording on your opt-in page to make sure it's in alignment with what they want. What's the product's product, right? And then if that's getting 25, 30, 40, 50% conversion rates, you're good. Look at your next step in the funnel. The sales rate. I'm only getting 0.2% conversion rate on my sales page. There's your biggest problem. Go fix that, right? But we set up these systems through internet marketing, through our funnels and our automation in our follow-up, through our autoresponders, in order to do a lot of this education for us, and it jabs for us, which is give, right? It's the Gary Vaynerchuk jab, right hook concept. And that is essentially give value, ask them to purchase something, right? You don't get from them, you get the opportunity to ask them to join you in your membership program, or to ask them to join you by buying your book, buying your course, etc. If you're an affiliate, there's one other component you need to monitor, and that's how well the affiliate products that you're selling are actually converting for you. So you need to eyeball, instead of you managing your sales page, right? Because you can't control their sales page. You're just managing and looking in. If you're on ClickBank, for example, go into ClickBank and look at the stats. And when you've sent them 1,000 visitors, yes, I said 1,000. It's a lot of visitors. This stuff takes work. You need big numbers to see actual results and actual data you can trust. But when you've sent them 1,000 visitors, look at your conversion rate on that product from how many people you sent to the sales page. If it's not converting, there's one of three problems. Number one, you're not pre-framing them correctly. The educational material you're giving them before you send them to the product sales page is not educating them and moving them along the kind of phases of the prospect effectively. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it's just not converting, right? It's just a shit offer. It doesn't actually convert. Their sales letter sucks, right? You can use the gravity in ClickBank to see what the past sales volume is, and you want to hire a gravity of 30 to 50 plus in ClickBank to have proof that they are actually selling products, right? Something that has a gravity of 0 means it's not selling, so don't try to sell that one. Go with the ones that have gravity of 30 or 50 or 100, because that means 30 or 50 or 100 different people are making sales and commissions selling that product. The only other piece of that, right? So you've got the front end educational stuff, you've got the offer. The only other piece you could have wrong is your audience. You could be presenting the offer, which is a good offer that converts, but if you're presenting it to the wrong people, then it doesn't make any sense. And if you've ever been scrolling down your Facebook timeline and you see something that's like, I got this one that was for like these cupcake topper, I don't even know what it is. It's hilarious. It's like, it's for cake decoration tools for putting frosting on cakes and these little flower patterns, and it displayed for me. And I'm like, I'm not a baker. Their targeting was way off is what I'm getting at, right? And I actually commented, I was like, you need to fire your ad guy, because there's no way in God's green earth I should ever be targeted for baking supplies, because I'm a dude who likes internet marketing and I geek out about Jeeps and like four-wheeling and stuff. Like, there's no relevance there. So those are the three ways you're missing, right? And so you need to just look at where that problem is. And we're constantly, as entrepreneurs, and I don't care if you're doing the real estate thing, if you're doing the marketing arbitrage thing, you're an affiliate marketer, you're running an information product business, we're always finding the weakest link in our chain, and then we're going to fix that. So in the real estate example, for example, if someone's not out there writing offers all the time, right? If you're not writing 3 or 4 offers, that means you're not having enough conversations with potential sellers, getting into the right positions where you're potentially able to run the numbers on a deal to then write the offer. And if you're not in enough conversations with enough buyers, that's because you're not doing enough research and you don't have enough Craigslist ads and you don't have enough list pendants filings that you're mailing, and you're not mailing out enough bulk mailers in your local area, and you're not talking to enough real estate agents, right? So you always got to follow that back. So the number one priority is to get money, period. That's it. If you're not making money, you got problems and you have a day of reckoning coming. So we need to get you to that point fast. But the kind of caveat to that is, to make money, you must give lots of value. You must give of yourself. Every real estate deal I did, by the way, was an intense educational opportunity for me to educate the people on how the foreclosure process worked, what's about to happen to their credit, what's about to happen to their house, how it all worked. It took hours and hours and hours of educating the owners, who were generally in denial, to help them understand what was going on and how the process was going to work, and how us helping them make $5,000 to walk away was a good deal for them, because the other option was for their credit to get destroyed, for them to file bankruptcy and walk away with nothing, right? So you got to tweak that for your people. In the marketing arbitrage way, the business owner's business could potentially fail if they don't partner up with Google and Facebook and Yelp in an intelligent manner to get people who are on their phones searching for their products and services in that local community, finding them, right? If you don't show up on Google, if you have a massage therapy business in a local community in a tourist town, let's say you're in Cancun, Mexico, and you run a massage company in Cancun, Mexico, and you do not show up on the first or second page of Google. Who looks at the second page of Google, right? You're not on Yelp, or you have a ton of negative reviews on Yelp, and you're not on Facebook, and you have no reviews on Facebook at all. And someone in Cancun is looking for a place to get a massage. Are they going to find that business owner? Yes or no? The answer is no, right? So you need to do this kind of research for your business owners, and then you educate them. Be like, look, every person outside of your shop right now is on their phone and they're looking for your products and services. They're not looking at your signage. They're not looking at the posters you're hanging. They're not looking at your sandwich board that's outside of your door right now. They're looking at Google, and they're looking on these main platforms they trust, Google, TripAdvisor, Yelp, etc., and they're looking for the services and products they want there. And you can help that business owner understand that if they don't show up and if they don't change the game, they're going to continue to see less and less customers walk in their door, and that's a slippery slope to out of business. And you, my friend, get to be the answer to all of that. Now, taking this again one more time to the affiliate marketing or the info product business model, it's a little bit more challenging in order to figure out how that education point works, because there's a billion different niches, right? In the meditation space, in what we do, it's often people are coming from a place of feeling frazzled and stressed, and I help them understand that by taking some time for themselves and meditating, they can kind of like let go of the stress, they can feel better, they can feel like a more productive member in their family, etc., etc., etc. And I always get down to that product, which is generally being a happier, positive, more contributing member of the family. It's generally more about the others in the family than it is about themselves, right? Them feeling good is a byproduct of them being a great support structure for their husband, their kids, etc., for being super mom, right? They need to be super mom, but in order to be super mom, she needs to feel good about herself and have a clear mind and stay grounded. In order to do that, she needs my meditations, right? So that's where I got to meet her where she's at, and then I got to bring her through education all the way down to her interest in doing what's right for her, because it's going to help her family. And I educate her in an automated fashion. So all I'm really tweaking is a few things, right? I'm running my ads. I'm measuring my opt-in rate, which I haven't even run a split test there for a bit because that's solid. And then I'm measuring my OTO rate, my sales on my OTO, which is absolutely solid. And now I have this kind of automated business system where I put money into the Facebook ads, and my system, my funnel, and my follow-up sequence do all of that work. Now, at first, it didn't work that well, and it wasn't that easy, right? It took years of hard work, long nights, banging my head against the wall. Why is this offer not converting? I thought I knew what they wanted for years and years and years. I thought I knew what they wanted for years, but my messaging was wrong. The audience was wrong. Bits and pieces weren't lined up, and it just took lots and lots of testing to figure it all out. Always keeping an eye on that cash flow, because if that cash flow stops, Miles has to go get a job. Miles has to sit in a commute for an hour each way and do that lunch break bullshit, and Miles wastes an extra 3 or 4 hours a day, and I'm psychologically unemployable. I mean, it's just not possible for me to sit in a cubicle for 8 hours a day. And like, right, so that's what happens if I don't figure all of this out. So I went triple down, working 8, 12, 16 hour plus days, weekends, 7 days a week, everything I had to do to figure out all of these moving parts, because I needed this business system I was building to get money. And again, I was doing the marketing arbitrage thing at the same time as figuring out all of these kinds of problems, because I wasn't making enough money. I didn't have my automated systems and my funnels and my autoresponder sequences working well enough. It literally took me years to figure that stuff out. So in the meantime, I was sitting down with business owners. I was educating business owners on the power of WordPress and SEO and how they have to show up on Google. And if they don't show up on Google, no one's going to find them. And I can help you do that. And they're like, oh my God, you're a godsend. Thank you. And I'm like, absolutely. I'll even give you a great deal. I'll do it for $30 an hour. And they're like, oh my God, that's great. Yeah. Right. So that's the game. And those are the priorities. And so priority numero uno, hashtag get money, right? But you got to remember that we don't just go out and get. We can't link somebody from a Facebook ad to an affiliate thing and expect that to work, because we have to build a relationship with them and we have to educate them and we have to move them along those phases in a logical procession in order for them to be actually ready to buy, right? No one likes to be sold, but we all love buying. So we have to structure our content in a way to get them to buy. And that doesn't matter if you're doing real estate investing, if you're doing one-on-one meetings with business owners to sell them services, or if you're running a membership site or info product or affiliate business. It all works the same. So go out and get you the money, right? But remember that that is actually a byproduct of all of those giving value and educational steps that are what's required for you to do. If you have any questions about this video, leave me a question in the comments. If you're like, Miles, I got this going on that, what's my next priority? What should I do? Hit me in the comments. If I got time, I'll answer as best I can. If If you enjoyed this video, I thank you. I did it for you. Give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. I would appreciate that. And if you have not yet subscribed, do so. I got more videos coming out. Awesome, cool stuff on the way. I'm so excited. I'm so thankful for your time. If you watched till the end here, like, you're awesome. You're badass. You should leave a comment and be like, Miles, I'm a badass. I watched till the end. And I'm be like, totally cool. Right on. So thank you very much for your time, and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya.